In this video, we will talk about solving inequalities algebraically using sign pattern. So the inequalities that we're going to talk about are going to be polynomial inequalities. So let's start with example number 1. X to the power 3 plus 4x to the power 2 plus x minus 6 is less than or equal to 0. Your first step to solve something like this is to move everything to one side of the equation and then factor. You can either factor using the methods that we have learned, which is grouping or difference of 2 squared, whatever method that works. If none of those work, then you need to use synthetic division. Now over here, I can tell that grouping does not work, so I'm going to try synthetic division. When I add the coefficient, they add up to 0. That means that 1 is a root. So I'm going to divide by the root 1. And I know that it will work. So that will create or give me a quadratic equation that I can factor further. So what multiplies to give me 6 and add to give me 5? That is 3 and 2. So that means I have 3 different factors. I have the root 1, so the factor is going to be x minus 1. Then the second factor is going to be x plus 3, and then the third factor is going to be x plus 2. Then copy down the inequality, and that's going to be the one that we're working with. So definitely move everything to one side of the equation and factor, using synthetic division or any other method of your choice, whatever works. Now, the second step is to come up with the roots. So the first root is 1, that's negative 3, and that's negative 2. Now remember, we are not graphing, we are trying to solve this algebraically. So step number 3 is to put those roots on the number line. So from smaller to larger. Now, do I need those roots? Are these included in my solution? Because it is less than or equal, then yes, they are included in my solution. And I'm going to put a closed circle on them so I would remember that I need to include them. Now I need to know what part of the number line, what part of this do I need to take? Do I need to take the numbers that are less than negative 3? Between negative 3 and negative 2, between negative 2 and 1, or greater than 1. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different places to test to see, is that going to give me something that's less than or equal to 0? So that means I need stuff that are negative. Whatever is negative works for me. So the first thing I'm going to test a number that's less than negative 4, less than negative 3, which is negative 4, and I'm just going to plug it in all those factors. And again, I'm not interested in the number, I'm interested just in the sign of that polynomial. If it ends up being negative, then that means that I need that part of the number line. So plug in negative 4 in each one of them. Negative 4 minus 1, that's going to give me something that's negative. Negative 4 plus 3, that's going to give me something that's negative. And negative 4 plus 2, that's going to give me something that's negative as well. And negative times negative is a negative. So that means any number that I take less than negative 3 will give me a negative solution. So that means I need that part of the number line. That's going to be part of my solution. Now the second part I'm going to test is between negative 3 and negative 2. So let's pick a number that's between negative 3 and negative 2. Now again, if it gives me something that's negative, it means checkpoint. That means I will take that part of the number line as well. If it gives me something positive, which is not what I want, then I will skip over that part of the number line and move on to the third part and then fourth part that I need to test. So let's take negative 2.5 and plug it in our factors to see if that's going to give me something negative or positive. So negative 2.5 minus 1, that's negative. Negative 2.5 plus 3, that's positive. And negative 2.5 plus 2, that's negative as well. So negative times negative, that's positive. So then any number I take between -2 and -3 will give me something that's positive, which is not what I want. Okay? Now, another point that I need to test is going to be between -2 and 1. So let's take 0. So that's going to give me something that's negative. And then 0 plus 3 and 0 plus 2, positive, positive. And negative times positive, that's negative. So then that means anything between -2 and 1 will work, and I want that part of my number line. Now, the fourth place I need to test is something greater than 2. So let's test 2. 2 minus 1, that's positive. Then 2 plus 3, that's positive. And then 2 plus 2, that's positive, which will give me plus times plus times plus is positive. So that means if I take a number that is greater than 1 and I plug it in my inequality, that will give me something that's positive, and I don't want that. So that means that my final solution is already marked on the number line. I just need to write it in interval notation. So anything that is lower than -3, so from -infinity to -3 inclusive, since I have the equal sign under the inequality. And then anything between -2 and -1, 1 inclusive as well, so -2 to 1. And that would be my solution. Now, to double check your work, you can always pick numbers in your inequality and plug it into the original one to make sure that you will get a number that is negative, less than or equal to 0. Now let's move on to number 2. So they might give you the number or the inequality as a standard inequality, or they might give it to you a little bit factored, and you need to factor it further or fix it, so then it would work for you. Okay, so what I would like to do now, as I can see, it's totally factored. I cannot factor it any further, so I'm gonna take the roots. So the first root is x equals 2. That what will make it 0, because 2 minus 2 is 0. And x plus 4, then the root is -4. So after I move everything to one side of the inequality first, and then factor, and then find the roots, I need to put this on the number line. So -4 and 2, make sure that you put them in order. So this was a little bit less work because I have only 3 places to test. Again, it is less than or equal to 0. That means that I want those roots to be part of my solution. So I'm going to put a closed circle on them. And I need something that's less than or equal to 0, which means negative. So if I test the points and it gives me something that's negative, I take that as part of my solution. So let's take a number less than -4, like -5. I'm not going to write it down so I don't confuse it as part of my roots. So I'm going to write it down on the side, and let's plug it in. 2 minus -5, that will give me 2 plus 5, which is positive. And then -5 plus 4, that's going to give me something negative. But remember, you are squaring it, so pay attention to this. And that will give me positive. So this part of the number line, which is less than -4, whatever number I plug in into my inequality, that's going to give me something positive, which is not what I'm looking for. Now take a number between -4 and 2, and that's going to be 0. And let's plug it in. 2 minus 0, that's 2, and you cube it and you get a positive. Now 0 plus 4, remember you're always squaring this, so it will always give you a positive number. So that's going to be positive as well. So again, I don't want this part of the number line. I don't want this part of the number line. I just want this root. Now 2 works because they want it to be equal to 0. Now let's test a point that is greater than 2. So let's take 3. Okay, I'm not going to write it on the number line so I don't get confused with the roots. Okay, so 2 minus 3, that's a negative. Negative to an odd power, which is 3, that's still going to be a negative. Now 3 plus 4, that's positive, and you square it, it will always be positive. So negative times positive is negative. So it gave me something that's negative. It means I want this part of the number line. So what will be my solution? I can see that this is one of my solutions, so -4. You can put it in a curvy braces or between brackets. It's fine with me either way. And then the other solution is going to be from 2 inclusive all the way to plus infinity. Okay, so that's how you solve polynomial inequalities using sign pattern.